This episode is brought to you by the Everyday E25 earbuds.
Hey, man.
How are you, buddy? Raycon.
What was that?
What are you talking about? 6 continuous hours of playback on one charge.
What are you doing?
Just talking to my best pal. Raycons come in an assortment of colors.
Are you having two different conversations?
Don't be silly. Raycons easily pair to any Bluetooth device.
Did you just call to list off features of the Everyday E25 earbuds from Raycon?
It's called subliminal messaging, Justin. Ever heard of it? Ding!
It's not subliminal if you just say things at a normal volume.
Well, is it working?
I already have a pair. I'm talking to you on them.
So it did work.
I called you like 2 weeks ago to tell you about these things.
You sure it wasn't the sign I put in your front yard?
What sign?
Nothing. Mosey on over to buyraycon.com/manshorts or click the link in the description below to get 15% off your order today.
Man shorts.
All right, gang. The train robbery went off without a hitch. You managed to make it into the Badlands and escape the marshals.
You know, y'all could have saved some of the lawmen for me. I didn't even get a chance to show off my character.
Well, you're the one that made a boxer for a game that revolves around guns. Hey, revolves.
Yeah, your character kinda sucks.
Hey, T. Knuckles McGinty does not suck. And he's a pugilist.
What does the T stand for?
These?
Can we kill stuff again?
Everyone give me perception checks.
15.
12.
4.
Sarah, as you take a swig of your whiskey from your flask and squint into the horizon, you see what looks like the outskirts of a small town.
Okay, chuckleheads, listen up. There's a town up ahead. We can lay low for the night.
Excuse me, Kelly?
Killer Kelly.
Killer Kelly. Aren't we wanted in near about 3 states?
We'll wear disguises.
Well, that's a great idea. We should use fake names too. I'm gonna be, Terry.
Dude, my name is Terry. Tear the Teeth Yates.
Oh, dang it. The teeth?
We're gonna mosey on into town.
As the three of you enter the edge of town, you notice that it's quiet. Too quiet. In fact, you don't see any people or livestock, and all of the shutters and doors are closed. You all feel a slight rumble in the ground.
Earthquake. Ambush.
Maybe they put the heist out on the telegraph.
Well, if it's the sheriff and his posse, I'm letting my dukes do the talking.
Nah, it ain't Western Union. I cut the telegraph lines. With my teeth.
Gross.
What if it's a ghost town? I can't punch a ghost.
While you banditos debate your next plan of action, you notice a rotund, mustachioed man stumble around the corner of the water tower. He sees your party, catches his breath, and then begins running at you.
Should we shoot him?
You just say the word, and I'll give this joker an uppercut sandwich.
We don't even know who he is. Do we?
As the man gets closer, you notice that he has a tin star pinned to his chest, and his face is covered in blood. His arms are waving around frantically, and it looks like he's struggling to speak.
It is the sheriff. I got a 17 to sense motive. Does it look like he wants a fight?
The man is about 25 feet away from you now, and you can see that the look on his face is one of terror, not aggression. The ground rumbles again, but this time it startles your horses. Everybody give me dex saves.
6.
13.
18.
Okay, Waylon and Sarah, you're able to remain mounted. Knuckles, unfortunately, your horse rears up and sends you onto your back.
I have a feat called Flash Knockdown. As a reaction to being knocked prone, I can just pop on up and take a defensive stance.
All right. As Knuckles pops up, the sheriff is now close enough that you can hear what he's saying. Don't make noise. They can hear the noise.
Noise? What's he getting at?
Yeah, who's they?
With that, the sheriff reaches your party and gurgles his last words, "Dirt dragons." He then falls forward onto the ground, dead.
I am officially freaked out. What are, dirt dragons?
Stretched across the dead man's back is what appears to be a snake of some kind, but upon further inspection, you realize that it doesn't have any eyes. It also looks like it's been severed at the bottom, as if it were once part of another larger creature.
I'm pulling my rifle.
I do believe it's peacemaker time.
Good idea, because as you do, a giant prehistoric-looking worm pops out of the ground in front of you. This time, all of your horses are so scared that they run away. Waylon and Sarah, you're now on the ground with Lance. Roll initiative.
Whoo! Nat 20.
8.
16.
Okay, Knuckles goes first. Lance, you notice that the monster has several snake-like tongues similar to what was on the sheriff's back. In fact, you notice that one of them is a stump, so it's likely that this was the one that killed him.
Well, it is clobbering time because I got a 22 on my attack.
That hits. Roll for your...
And 24 on the second.
The second one. You get 2 attacks?
Yeah, it's the 1-2 punch. Let me roll my damage here. And... yeah, 42 damage.
Wow. Okay. It's the monster's turn. The snake tongues are going to attack each of you. Waylon and Sarah, you each take 9 damage. Knuckles, you are somehow unharmed. Waylon, you're up.
Well, normally I would bite it, but seeing as I don't trust this thing, I guess I'm gonna shoot it. That's a nat 1.
Terry the Teeth panics and fires his pistol toward a cluster of rocks. The bullet ricochets off of the rocks and hits Killer Kelly. Roll the damage.
Thanks a lot, Terry. Weirdo.
Sorry. 14 damage.
Sarah, it's your turn.
I guess I'm gonna try to shoot it with my rifle. 11.
That doesn't hit. Knuckles?
I've got an ability called Haymaker that lets me forgo my second attack to increase my crit range. So that 19 crits.
How much damage does it take?
Well, that's 28 damage times 4. So that is...
Times 4.
yeah. You remember when I told you that I was going to be playing a cowboy that doesn't use guns, and you laughed at me and said, well, then you can have 4 times damage on your crit rolls. So, Haymaker.
That was stupid of me. Well, the monster's dead. That's it. That's all I had planned for the night.
Well, that didn't go the way I thought it would.
Tell me about it. I didn't even get to use my teeth.
Don't worry. Next week, teeth and fists won't be much of a factor.
So what are we playing next week?
You'll see. D&D swag, 20 D20s in my dice bag. I chase gold till I catch it. Price tag is that white flag from the DM. Wouldn't want it at M when I'm in. Did the max for the win. D&D swag, 2020s in my dice bag. I chase gold till I catch it. Price tag is that white flag from the DM. Let the betting begin when I'm in to the max. Now y'all can find me at the table, ready and able to role play. OP, I'ma be power gaming the whole way. Apex predator patrolling for prey. Components and material, I just read what the scrolls say. Olay, fast track to the boss lair. How many people I gotta be telling I got 'em up in my crosshairs?